Hello, I'm Dr. Jared Popejoy. I'm the founder and director of Nordic Walking Nations. We're the first Nordic medical pole walking group fitness program for seniors in the nation. And we were supposed to be speaking before your group, but because of the pandemic, that was canceled. So the director of the group contacted me and said you're doing a video presentation. And so I have approximately 20 minutes to give you a little update about our program. And our program is based upon are you ready for the epidemic? Because obviously every year when the flu season starts, there is another epidemic occurring and thousands of seniors are dying because they haven't really been told, like they have been told now with the pandemic, that it's very crucial that you social distance, especially during the flu season. And another thing which is very, very critical is that going to gyms during the peak seasons of the influenza because a typical gym is it's almost a cesspool of breeding bacteria, viruses, and all kinds of things at close quarters. That's why you see bleachers used all the time. So it's highly recommended during the influenza season not to do that. That's why our program is a simple program that gives you a complete fitness program all in one. And I'll take a couple of minutes and go over the benefits of that. Our website is a very comprehensive website. We actually cover all the different conditions that are considered that places you in a high risk during these seasons. So everything from cardiac to diabetic to you name it. We got stuff for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. We got a page talking about that. We have some of the top doctors, lifestyle doctors in the world on our website. We have videos. We got everything. We talk about the principles of the blue zones where you can extend and have a happier, active, more lifestyle following the lessons of the blue zones where you can add an extra 10, 15 years onto your life. So that's our website. I invite you to go and watch the website. We have everything there for you, no matter what your condition, what your underlying condition is on that. Another thing is that the first thing is that I want to talk to you about is that Nordic walking is not the same as trekking. Trekking is what's been in the United States for 40 years, and it's basically ski poles. It's used for hiking. And so when you put the poles in front of you like this, you're reducing energy and giving yourself stability. And that's what they do for hiking. But a lot of people in assisted living homes and places are starting to use hiking poles for a form of exercise, and they don't realize it's not. It actually does the opposite. It's the no difference is when you start walking with a cane, a doctor knows automatically once you start with a cane, eventually you're going to go into a walker. Then from a walker, you're going to go into a wheelchair. So they just assume once you start one, you just progress into that. When you walk with two canes or walking poles for trekking, you're basically walking with two canes, and that's going to move you in line of getting worse and not better. Where when you look at Nordic walking, it has over 350 medical studies that's been done over the last 30 years. This was modified and created by the Olympic cross-country skiers, and this is a full-body aerobic resistant cross-motor function. So it activates 90% of your body muscles. How does that occur? Well, first of all, typically when we walk, we run, and everything we do, we're in two-wheel drive using the two lower extremities. But when you take and add the poles in, and the poles have a glove you slide your hand in, by putting a simple angle like this, when you push downward, this activates your upper body in your upper extremities, so that's what I call four-wheel drive. Now you're working 90% of your body muscles. 15 minutes of walking is the equivalent of 27 minutes of regular walking, but with the health benefits of swimming. So it's amazing, no matter what underlying medical condition that you have at any age, if you can walk, you can do this. You can do it indoors or outdoors. That's why our senior health and wellness fitness program, we focus on, are you ready for the next epidemic? Because obviously that's coming. It comes every year in fall, and sometimes thousands of seniors are dying from that. And so we cover all that. And again, our theme for seniors is have a wonderful day. Nordic walking with friends in your neighborhood. That means you can get out in the sun, fresh air, breathe. You have a social event and exercise. If all of a sudden you're locked down sometime in the future, now you can walk up and down your hallway and you can get a lot of exercise that way, working 90% of your body. Plus, I've created 33 rehab exercises for balance, strengthening, stretching, everything's there's 33 different exercises, and that's a licensed program, and that's part of our program that you will get as part of our program. And I'll give you an example. I can take this, and I can bend down now, and I can do this is just one of the many exercises that's available online that you will get as part of our program. The other thing is about the poles. Again, this is a customized pole. There's only one other company that really does the Nordic Walking custom poles created by the Finnish, and that's Leaky. Leaky has been making custom poles for 40 years. We make custom poles also. The difference is that we have a medical application where no other company has done that. And what I've done as a doctor, I realized that instead of charging like Leaky does for a set of poles like this, custom poles they run, for what you see, nothing else, is about $149 to $150. What I've done is I've added in a number of accessories that you normally have to pay for, which would include a bag, like this. Then you get the complete set of everything right here. You get a number of extra rubber tips. So that's about, and plus you get our medical exercise at no additional charge too. So you're getting about $80 in accessories extra on top of anything else. It takes 6 weeks to make these poles. This is the strongest aluminum made. They're a travel pole. You can put it into a small suitcase. It's got the gloves fit any size hand. It's got a special release. You can put your glove in here, lock it, it's ready to go. There are two different type of poles. One is what we call a twist lock. They're about $10 less. And then you've got the speed locks, which opens up and closes, and you can move it. So those are the two choices you have. You get a complete set of poles with all the accessories extra all together on that. And I'll demonstrate a couple again. If you had a shoulder problem, you can work it like this. Again, because this is a resistant cross-motor function, research shows that resistant exercise as seniors, instead of you having to go out and walk for 30, 45 minutes and fast enough to get into aerobic exercise, that's not required with this. Because it's resistant, it builds up over time. You can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, 15 minutes at dinner. That's 35 minutes. You just did 35 minutes of walking spread out over 3 different time frames, which is equivalent to 10 minutes, you're equivalent to 1 hour of regular walking, and you did it in 10, 10, and 15, and that gives you 1 hour as your benefit of swimming. I could go over all the different benefits that you'll find on our website. It, like I said, it activates 90% of your body muscles. It does all kinds of great things for you. Our website is very comprehensive, and we cover all the medical conditions that put you at a high risk category. So we're giving you an opportunity that now you can start doing a healthy, active lifestyle and start improving your condition. I've had people that has walkers. Next thing you know, they're walking without the walker, or maybe with a cane. Even if you continue walking with a cane, what you're going to be doing is you're going to undo the negative of walking with a cane because you're doing these exercises throughout the day, indoors or out, by yourself or with friends. It's a very social activity. And in fact, research shows that when a doctor asks you to pick an exercise, what would you pick? They always pick walking. We're called the new high-tech form of walking, and it's called the new sporty look for seniors. Because if you're walking with hiking poles like this, and you're walking like this, then you look like, well, basically you're using 2 canes to walk. By walking like this with it at an angle, with your normal gait, even at a slow rate, they're going to look and they're going to say, that's the new sporty look for seniors. Because now they realize you're doing something that's a form of exercise. It's like a cross-country skier in slow motion. But you're getting a full-body exercise fitness program that activates 90% of your body muscles. That's why compliance rate after hospitals and therapists and chiropractors send you home, their compliance rate, and I've had many administrators of hospitals tell me they have a 10% compliance rate at best. And the reason why is they're still giving you something that you don't see the results really quick. Seniors aren't any different than anybody else. If you're going to do something, you want to see results within the first session, within a few minutes. When I give talks all over the nation, from Parkinson's to cardiac to diabetics, and the first thing they say is before your shoulders back, they start walking and they go, wow, I feel this. This gives me more stability. I feel my whole upper body is activated, where typically you're only working 45 to 50% in 2-wheel drive. Now you just went into 4-wheel drive. Why is that important? It's a very, very important for senior women because they don't have the normal upper body musculature as men. And so one of the things as they get older, the upper body becomes weaker and weaker, and that can create problems of falling and doing certain things. So this will activate. It burns up to 47% more calories. I have a lot of women who has the handlebar bars, and they'll call me up 6 weeks later and say, wow, they're gone. We have one that's on our website, a man who had constant leg pain, couldn't walk very far, and he got a set of poles. That was a couple of years ago back in St. Louis at a medical seminar. He lost 74 pounds, and in 3 months, he turned around, and 6 months, he lost 134 pounds. Within the first 3 months, he had no more pain. And when I talked to him and his wife back in Boston area, he had just walked a 5K with no pain. It was amazing. And so there's so many different things that this does. Until you put the poles in your hand, it's you're going to say it's too good to be true. And I do a lot of medical talk seminars before doctors, and I put the poles in their hand. And after about 2 or 3 minutes, they look at me and say, Jared, I thought everything you were saying was just couldn't be true. It's too simple. And they said, but it is. It really works. And that's why we know that 70% or more people who put the poles in their hand, they'll keep doing it. I can check with them 6 months, a year later, the continue to do that. So we have a 70+ compliance rate, not a 10% compliance rate. And our program and our website is all about healthy, active lifestyle. And we have some of the top doctors in the world in lifestyle medicine. We recommend the principles and the lessons of the Blue Zones.
What's the secret to longevity? In Blue Zones, parts of the world where people live the longest, people don't try to live longer. It just happens to them. Over the last 10 years, our Blue Zones research team has traveled to 5 confirmed places where people live the longest. We discovered 9 common characteristics that help identify a path for up to 12 extra years of a healthier life. How? Let's start with some facts. We know that only 20% of how long the average individual lives is because of genes. The other 80% is lifestyle and environment.
The Blue Zones are where people live to be over 100 years old by living the basic principle. The number one principle of the Blue Zones is natural motion. Natural motion typically is usually walking in most cases. And our walking program activates a lot more. And I just want to let you know that we have 33 different exercises, and you're going to, anybody that purchased our program gets the license program that's included. You'll get the bag, you'll get a number of extra rubber tips, the poles, you'll get a number of rubber tips. Or if you walk outdoors on a trail or in the grass like where I am now, you can use the carbide tips. And then you got 2 different ones. You got the twist locks again, and you got the speed lock. These are custom poles. Like I said, it takes about 6 weeks to make, and they average about $130 to $150 by Leakey in Europe. But we include an additional accessories at no charge. Which is about an extra value of $80. That's included. Now, I didn't want to run out the time that we have here, but your director of your group is going to provide you our website information, NordicWalkingNations.com. Go to our Healthy Lifestyle Senior Living and watch all the videos and everything you need to see. You can watch, like if you went to Parkinson's, you're going to see the British Parkinson Senior Group. They've been doing this for a period of years, and they're doing it. You'll see all these different seniors talking about how it's really changed their life. We have a 3D on gait as for Parkinson's. That's very important on gait. So with our program, our fitness program, you can be at any stage and it's still effective. It's not like this program's only good for stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Same if you're a diabetic or you're a cardiac person. That's why this is such a fantastic program. That there's so many. As we get older, most people has 1, 2, or 3 underlying medical conditions that throws them into a very high risk factor. So again. You'll get information from your director, and you'll be able to contact me if you have any questions. I recommend you to watch some of the videos on all the different areas that you want. You'll probably have friends that says, I have a friend that has a cardiac problem. Or I have a friend that's diabetic. Well, we have a specific page on every one of these major medical conditions that can put you in a high risk factor. And we're all about healthy lifestyle living, and we would love to see you get on board and have a wonderful day Nordic walking with your friends in your neighborhood. You can do this indoors, outdoors, and I'm sure you'll have a few questions, but watch the videos. We got a great video on our main page that shows you the history of how this started. It goes over all the different benefits for all these different conditions. And so we got lots of things. We show you how to set up your poles. We show you how to do your different exercises. Our license program, you can go in, put the code in that we're going to give you. You can either watch all 33 exercises separately, or you can press a button and watch an 18-minute video of all 33 exercises at one time. So we give you all these options, and what I find is that most people, when they buy a pole, usually within a couple of weeks, someone, a husband or wife or someone else gets a set of pole, or someone else with family or a friend. And because this is so new, this is the first time this has really been brought into the United States. This is the first medical walking application for Nordic Walking fitness program in the United States. And so it's been a pleasure, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.